Thank you very much. In breaking news this morning, the results are in from Peaches Geldof's autopsy, and it's believed she died of a heroin overdose. British newspapers are reporting that a coroner is about to announce the news. The mother of two was found dead at her country home in early April, with police describing her death as non-suspicious. It's a tragic echo of her mother, Paula Yates's drug-related death in 2000. So just repeating for you, the results are in from Peaches Geldof's autopsy, and it's believed she died of a heroin overdose. The Abbott government's National Commission of Audit will finally be made public today and is expected to recommend massive cutbacks, including axing entire government agencies and selling federal assets to pay down debt. Treasurer Joe Hockey says the coalition won't necessarily act on all 86 recommendations. It comes after Tony Abbott was forced into an embarrassing backflip on his paid parental leave scheme. A man has been charged with 25 offences after Queensland's second high-speed police chase this week. The 32-year-old is accused of leading officers on a lengthy pursuit through Gatton and swerving onto the wrong side of the road before fleeing on foot.
Officer needs assistance on the ground. If this guy's still struggling and through a barbed wire fence, trying to grab his gun. Urgent.
The state government is now under pressure to review its no pursuit policy, with unions claiming it's not tough enough. The Bruce Highway in North Queensland is shut in both directions near Bowen after part of the road fell into a sinkhole. Specialist road crews have spent the night trying to patch the hole, which has grown to around 4 metres wide. It's causing major delays for thousands of drivers. Police have set up a detour and don't expect the highway to reopen until around 10 a.m. And Melbourne Trains are finally back on track after yesterday's peak hour chaos. There are still minor delays on the Frankston, Pakenham, Cranbourne and Sandringham lines. Rats may be to blame for Tuesday's fire near Richmond Station. Authorities believe rodents chewed through covers, sparking the blaze. As US communities assess the damage from a string of deadly tornadoes, others are being swamped by heavy rain, flooding homes and closing roads. 7's US Bureau Chief Mike Amor is in Tupelo, Mississippi. Good morning, Mike. What's the damage like where you are?
Well, Beck, I think the scene behind me speaks for itself. There are 4 homes along this short street completely destroyed, blown off their foundations. This is what 300-kilometre-an-hour winds can do to a structure. Residents in this area now trying to clean up, trying to get their lives back together as best they can. But further east and south of us, this huge storm front is still being felt in the form of flash flooding. They're saying in some parts half a metre of rain has fallen in just one day, the most rainfall recorded in history, and that has caused homes to be inundated with water, people forced to swim for their lives. And in Pensacola, Florida, one woman lost her life. They're saying that this massive storm will continue to be felt for the next couple of days, but will be gradually start to peter out. 100 tornadoes have been recorded in the past couple of days. Consider that 1,200 tornadoes is what America experiences on average, and so it's an ominous start to what is predicted to be a very active season, Beck.
Just some incredible figures there. Thank you very much, Mike. The Malaysian government will today release its preliminary report on the disappearance of flight MH370. The document, prepared for international air safety authorities last month, was initially declared top secret. 7 News reporter Glenn Connolly joins us now from Kuala Lumpur. Good morning, Glenn. Why has there been such a delay in making this public?
Well, Beck, I'm not convinced the Malaysian government ever intended making this report public. It was only that in an interview with the Prime Minister last week, he was kind of backed into a corner into promising to make this report public. But we've already been warned that the report that was handed to the International Civil Aviation Organisation last month will not be identical to the one that's released tonight. And what that tells us is there's likely to be some censorship. We can expect some blacked out text. Maybe we can see sections missing from the report that went to the authorities And the reason for this is that it probably won't reflect well on the way Malaysia responded in those early days. For instance, we know their radars picked up the plane turning to the west and then flying south towards the Indian Ocean, yet they didn't have enough faith in their own information, so they allowed the search to continue in Asia, in the South China Sea and the Gulf of Thailand. It was only when Inmarsat picked up the fact that this turn had taken place and confirmed publicly that it had taken place that the search was moved. So it might tell us that 10 days were wasted. Chinese families, the families of those on board, have always accused the Malaysian government of a cover-up. This will either allay their fears or confirm that. It won't tell us, Beck, where the plane is, but it will tell us who knew what and when, and hopefully bring a little bit of closure to the families of those 239 people on board.
Yeah, let's hope. Thank you very much, Glenn.
How good is that? A good sell for Shepparton. Obviously, you can come here and visit the ice cream truck here at the Motor Museum, as I'm sure everyone will each and every day for the next year. Big news too with the milk plant opening today as well, and also SPC turning itself around. So thanks for having us, Shep. Big round of applause for the ice cream truck as we look at the weather for the final time. Causing patchy light rain over northeast New South Wales and southeast Queensland. A front is clipping southwest WA, causing a few showers. Low pressure is triggering thundery showers in northern WA, and a high is strengthening across the south, clearing showers and leading to a very cool night. Showers and a possible storm for Brisbane with a top of 26, partly cloudy and 21 for Sydney. Mostly sunny for Canberra with a top of 16, partly cloudy and 17 for Melbourne. Hobart 16 and partly cloudy, evening showers and 19 for Adelaide. Partly cloudy for Perth with a top of 22, and Darwin 34 and mostly sunny. Given we're at the Shepparton Motor Museum, I just thought I'd